What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Lay, and I'm back with another video. Does my lighting look better? Like, I got a ring light for Christmas. My sister-in-law gave it to me. Yeah, my sister-in-law gave it to me. I'm so happy because I actually wanted a ring light for Christmas for my YouTube channel. That's honestly what I haven't been posting. I was gonna post if I got a ring light, honestly, and she got me one for Christmas, so now I can make all the videos I wanted to make. It is 2 days after Christmas now. Yep, 27th. Yep, 2 days after Christmas. And I'm making this. I was going to make it on Christmas, but I came back home late and I was tired. I was so tired. And y'all, let me just give y'all a little advice about Christmas. Like, if you forgot about someone and you grab them something like real quick and it's just not it, just don't even get it. Because at the end of the day, they're going to be like, that happened to me on Christmas. I was just like, if you couldn't give me nothing or just let me know what's up, don't even just let me know what's up at least. Like, don't, oh, I'm just get this real quick. Because people be taking that saying to the head, oh, it's the thought that counts. You didn't put no thought into this gift. Stop it. Now, so this is get on my like, don't take that to the head. Because we really be taking that to the head. Oh, it's a thought that counts. Like, okay, but you can tell when someone puts thought into something and someone doesn't put thought into something. That's all I gotta say. But anyways, if you have the door, that's not gonna mess with the door. He was in here. I let him in here. He just can mess with the ring light. So I was like, just be out there with your dad for now. But I'm gonna do a story time about how I found out I was pregnant. I told you guys, but it wasn't really detailed. I don't know if you guys watched that video. If you didn't watch that video, go watch it. Thank you. All right, y'all. I think that's all I wanted to vent about. You guys seem to like when I vent in my videos. But that's all I have to say because that happened to me on Christmas. That happens to me on Christmas like every year from somebody. If you forgot about me, just let me know, or just I can't afford it right now or something, because it's just, if the gift is, it don't gotta be expensive, but if it's cheap, at least put some thought into it. Do something that's sentimental or something. Just don't just, yeah. But let's get into this video. So basically, where should I start? When I was 17. When I was 17, I got pregnant at 17, you guys. Yes, and I'm 19 now. Got pregnant at 17. So basically, me and my boyfriend, we had been together for 2 years at this time. He met me when, honestly, he met me in middle school, but we just never talked. We seen each other one time. And that was it. And then, no, it was actually, okay, let me not get into that. But we met each other when we were both in middle school. He was in 8th grade, I was in 7th grade. And then he ended up moving to some apartments as me. So then we really got to know each other more, and a whole situation happened. I don't even know if I should get into that situation, honestly. Should I? That's not really about the topic, though. Yeah, well, why not? Why not? So, me and Kim was talking at the time, and Kimball, he honestly was talking to me like, he was real cool talking to me. Like, all the other guys that I was talking to at this time, I was a freshman, I remind you, and I'm already staying as a freshman. All the other guys I was talking to, they were just trying to get some. And that's what made me think, like, as a freshman, I was like, I don't want to date anymore. I'm just focused on school. When I was a freshman, that's what I realized, like, I don't want to date anyone anymore. Like, all these guys, they just want to get some from me. And Kimball, he wasn't talking to me like that. He wasn't talking to me like he's just trying to get some. And I was still virgin too, so, you know, they were just really trying to do, like, even more, do the most. And so, me and Kimball was talking, and Kimball started talking to I'll just say someone I know. He started talking to someone I know, and I'm very close, I know this person very well that he started talking to. And she was telling me that they're talking now, and I was like, oh, okay. And it's weird because I'm like, why did he just stop talking to me and start talking to this girl that I'm close with? Like, I was like, what is it? Like, am I ugly? Is it my body? I'm like, what is it? And then, come to find out, there was a person that liked me that told Kimball some things that wasn't true. It was a person that liked me, and he said we did things that we did not do because at this time I was a virgin, and this guy made it like we were together when we were not together. And so Kimball started talking to me, and he starts talking to this person that I know really well. And then out of nowhere, I guess they just stopped talking because Kimball told this person that he wants to be with me. I don't know why Kimball wanted to be with me, and he heard this rumor about me that was not true, but he said he wanted to be with me instead of being with this girl. And I didn't know that. So come and start the school year, Kimball, he's like really quiet at school, but when he gets home, he's not quiet. And that school year comes to start, and then me and Kimball, yeah, we got closer during the school year. Long story short, me and Kimball got closer during the school year. And then we were together for 2 years at the time. Me and Kim were together for 2 years at this time. I remind you, this is a long time for us. And we were we both said we're gonna wait till we're 18 to do anything. And we were both 17. No, I was 16. And Kimball was 17. Yeah, I was 16, Kimball was 17. Yeah, when we first did it. I was all saying. I was 16 when we first did it, Kimball was 17. And then I turned 17, and then a month later, I got pregnant. A month after I turned 17, I got pregnant. Zaron's crying because he wants to go in the bathroom with Kimball. But, yep, right after a month after I turned 17, I got pregnant. But here's how it went. Kimball was like, Alaysia, have you started your period? Because Kimball knew, because back then I was starting like on the same day every single month. But my period came late. My birthday month, my period came late. No, it came at the beginning of the month, and I usually start my period late. So since my period started at a weird time, and then the next month he was like, did you get it? I was like, yeah, I got it though. And he was like, that happens when you're pregnant. Like, you can get your period at different times. So I was like, I don't know. And then it's November now. Yeah, it's November now. And I was like, well, did you get your period? How you got your period? Yes, at the beginning of the month. And I'm like, no, I haven't got it. I was like, I'm probably gonna get it at the end of the month because that's when my period is normally gonna come at the end of the month. And then my period never came. So I took the pregnancy test. Well, let me not say it like that. Campbell was like, take a pregnancy test. And I was like, no, I'm not pregnant. I'm not going to take it. If I don't get my period this whole month, then I'll take a test. And then I should have just been taking the test because I was a month pregnant by the time I took the test. And so I stole from the dollar store. I was stealing from the dollar store. I was stealing this pregnancy test from the dollar store. Like, I was constantly stealing from the dollar store, stealing this pregnancy test from the dollar store. And they knew I was stealing, but they just watched me walk out the store because they can't do nothing. So I got the pregnancy test from the store, took it that morning, the next morning. And it had 2 lines on it. And I was like, this is a dollar store pregnancy test. Like, there's no way. It's not accurate. And it definitely was accurate, very accurate. And what did I do? I sent Kimball a video. I sent Kimball a video of the pregnancy test. I was like, why is this pregnancy test say positive? And he was like, it's from the dollar store. We're both thinking, okay, maybe it's not accurate. And y'all, I was late to school all the time when I was taking the Metro bus to school. I was late to school all the time. And then I went to the dollar store before I went to school. And I just stuffed like 4 pregnancy tests in my backpack. I stuffed 4 pregnancy tests in my backpack and walked out of the dollar store. I was always like stealing from the dollar store. And so I got on the bus, went to school. Before I went to class, I went in the bathroom and I took the pregnancy test. It said positive. And then after that, I took another pregnancy test, but it was at a different time, not back to back. After that, I took the next pregnancy test. This is 3 pregnancy tests saying that I'm pregnant. And I took a 4th one, said I'm pregnant. I was like, no, I'm not pregnant. Yeah, my stomach was still flat and everything. I was like, I don't even feel pregnant. I had no symptoms, didn't feel pregnant. I wasn't throwing up, didn't feel sick, nothing. I was doing everything normal. And I told Kimball, I was like, yeah. I texted him, I said, yeah, Kimball, I'm pregnant. Because Kimball, he was never at school. So I had to text him. And I was like, yeah. I was like, Kimball, I'm pregnant. Yes, I'm pregnant for sure. I took 4 pregnancy tests that all came back positive. And he was like, oh no. He was like, I should never did it, you know. He was like, I should never did it. We should never did that. I was like, oh my gosh. And I'm thinking, like, how am I going to tell my mom? That's what I'm thinking about. I'm like, how am I going to tell my mom I'm pregnant? My heart dropped. Like, I was like, I didn't know how to feel. I didn't cry or nothing when I found out I was pregnant. I was just shocked. I kept looking at the pregnancy test. I didn't cry or nothing. But I was so focused on how I'm going to tell my mom that I'm pregnant. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm actually pregnant, right? And then, Kimball's brother, he was supposed to take us to get to the, I forgot what it's called, a clinic, the clinic for women, the women's clinic, I think. I forgot what it's called. Parenthood? Or something. It's called Parenthood. It's the one in Kent. And he was supposed to take us there so I could find out how far I am. If I am too far, I was going to get an abortion. But if I wasn't far enough, I was just going to take the pills and get rid of it. So no one would ever even know I was pregnant. But then as the time went on, I was like, dang. I kept telling, this one no one knew. Only me and Kimball knew, and Kim's brother. It's around the time I was like, dang, like, can I really get rid of this baby? I kept telling, because I'm a deep thinker. Oh my gosh, I'm such a deep thinker. And I was just telling myself, like, can I actually get rid of this baby? And just act like this baby was like never even around. I just kept thinking about that. And Kimball, he was all for getting rid of the baby. Like, he did not care. Kim was like, no, we're not keeping it. Like, he was just all for it. And I was like, yeah, I know, we can't keep it. And then I was 2 months pregnant, but I still didn't take us. So the baby's still growing. I'm 2 months pregnant. And I didn't know how far I was. I didn't even know I was this far. And I was 3 months pregnant. Didn't know I was 3 months pregnant. And then I was gaining weight. I was gaining a lot of weight. My boobs were getting bigger. I just kept gaining weight. And then it was Christmas passed. My mom got me a bunch of clothes that were my size before I was pregnant. And she was just looking at, she was like, you can't fit them. They're too big. She's like, your boobs look bigger and all this stuff. And I'm like, dang. I was like, dang, I'm going to start working out. I was just saying that. I know exactly, like, I knew I wasn't going to be able to fit any of that stuff. I just knew. I just had a feeling. She got me a bunch of clothes too, and I couldn't barely fit any of them. And so, fast forward, because of that, she gives me a pregnancy test, and I'm 4 months pregnant. I forgot what month it was, but I'm 4 months pregnant at the time, and didn't know. She gave me a pregnancy test. She said, here, Elijah, take this test. Yeah. And I'm like, she was doubting that I was pregnant, but out of the back of her head, she kind of knew. But she let me take the test. And I called Kimball. I was like, Kimball. I was on FaceTime, not on the phone. I was on FaceTime. I was like, Kimball, my mom gave me a pregnancy test. And I'm quiet. I was like, oh my gosh. I was just looking at her. I was like, oh my gosh. Kimball was on the game. He was like, oh. And he was just like, okay, just take it. And I was like, okay. Took it, and it came back positive. And then my mom seen it. She was like, oh. I was like, oh. I didn't know how to react because I already knew I was pregnant. Like, I knew I was pregnant. And then mom was like, you're not crying or anything? I was like, no, I'm just shocked. I already knew. And then she went out there, told my siblings, and I guess I have Chance's. There's Adriana's oldest. I'm second. Chance the third. Elijah is the fourth. And so she told Chance. I guess Chance was happy I was pregnant. He says he had a little friend, so he was happy about me being pregnant. And then Adriana, she was just shocked that I was pregnant. She was shocked I was pregnant. And Elijah, I don't know. I don't even think Elijah cared. He just, I don't know. Elijah, he was so young at the time. And then, once we did that, Kimball's mom and my mom were on the phone, and it did not go very well because there was a situation going on between me and my mom. Kimball, is that you or Zyron? But Kimbo. So that's how we found out I was pregnant. My mom gave me the test, and that's how everyone else found out I was pregnant. So they talked on the phone, and Kimball's mom, she still doesn't know that I am pregnant. So they talked on the phone. They talked on the phone, and it was not good at all. No, that's not what happened. My mom, I was like, Kimball's brother's gonna take us to the clinic tomorrow. She was like, no. She was like, we're not gonna do this. Kimball's mom is going to know that you're pregnant, and she's gonna take us to the clinic, and I'm gonna take you to the clinic. I was like, okay. Like, my mom was so mad that I was pregnant. She is so mad that I was pregnant. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was so, oh my gosh, my heart was dropping, beating everywhere. So they talked about the game plan. They said, okay, we're gonna go down there tomorrow morning and find out how far along she is. Then me and my mom had to talk after that. Me and my mom had a whole talk, and me and my mom got into a whole argument. And then that was that part of the day. And then we went to the clinic after, and not after, but we went to clinic the next day. And she told me, I was like, there was a girl I knew, a woman I knew in there, because me and her daughter was friends, and she was my nurse. If I found out, I told her everything was going on. I was like, yeah, I'm not keeping the baby. I'm getting rid of the baby. I don't want the baby. She was like, how old are you? I was like, I'm 17. And she was like, I got pregnant at 17 too. And I kept my baby, and I still got my degrees, went to college and all of that. And I was like, oh, I'm like, I don't know, but I can't do that. Like, I can't be a mom at 17. And then she's like, she said, I'm not gonna say nothing. It's up to you. She told me everything, and I was like, okay. And I'm sitting back in my head, I'm like, I'm still getting rid of the baby. Like, I'm not keeping the baby. Oh my gosh. And then, yeah, I was freaking 4 months pregnant and get an abortion. I was firm on the abortion. And then they was like, okay, we're gonna do your ultrasound. I was like, okay. And oh my gosh, I seen Zyron moving inside me. He was already fully formed. He just had to grow. At this time, he was already formed. All he had to do was grow. And I'm like, he's a human. He just has to grow still. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't know he was that big. Because remind you guys, I didn't know I was 4 months pregnant. And then I seen him moving on ultrasound, and I was like, my heart just, I was just like, oh my God, that's my baby. I was like, that is my baby in there. And I was like, after the ultrasound, I was like, I can't do it. I cannot do it. And then she was like, okay. I was just like shocked. I was like, I can't get rid of the baby. And And Kimbo already thinks like I'm firm on an abortion. I'm like, I can't do it. Kimbo really, like, he's thinking I'm firm on it, and like I'm getting the abortion for sure. And then after the ultrasound, they came in. They had Kimbo come in. They was like, "Do you want us to go get the dad?" And they had Kimbo come in. And then while Kimbo was walking in, she gave me the ultrasound picture, and she asked me. She was like, "So, are you gonna keep your baby?" And Kimbo was walking in while I was answering this. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm keeping the baby." And Kimbo walked in, and he heard my answer. He was like, and he sat down, and he was like, Kimbo was so sad. Like, I think he was crying, but he didn't want me to see he was crying. And then the nurse, she was like, well, the nurse that I knew, she was like, she's gonna need you to be there for her at this time, and all that. And I'm like, yeah, I am. And then at this time, the congratulations, I'm like, no, not congratulations. Because like I was so like, oh, it was just like everyone was trying to make it seem like it was my fault. Like, I got pregnant by myself because Kimbo, he was sitting there mad that I was gonna keep the baby. He was so mad when I said that. Cause if I was gonna do an abortion, they was gonna do the abortion. So they're asking me, and so we could, like, you know. And so I told them no. So we get outside. We walked outside. Our families was outside, and my siblings wasn't there. My siblings was all at school. And so we get outside, and everyone thinks I'm getting an abortion. It was like, so what are you gonna do, Elijah? And I'm like, oh, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I'm sorry. I'm in my car accident. My nerves is bad. Like, I can't even numb right here in my fingers. My hands just feel broken, back hurting. I'm going to the doctor though. And so they was like, so what do you turn around, so run back here to me. He do that when he get whoopings from his dad. He run to me. But that's like, what are you doing with the baby? And I'm like, I'm keeping it. When I tell y'all, everyone outside was telling me, do not keep the baby. Everyone was telling me, like, don't keep the baby. They were saying the ball's in your court or something like that. And basically, they was telling me, like, if I keep the baby, I'm going to mess up Kimbo's chances of going to college, and I'm going to ruin Kimbo's life and all of that. And I'm like, but you know, I'm thinking back in my head, what about my life? Like, there's stuff I want to do in my life too. What are you talking about? I didn't insert the baby in myself. I'm like, I didn't insert this baby in myself. Like, but anyways, I'm like, okay, so I didn't say nothing. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was just like, you know, I'm gonna get rid of it. Obviously, I don't have a say so. And what I get to do with this baby, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Since everybody wants to get rid of it, I'm like, I'm gonna get rid of it. And then my mom, she talked to me in the car. She was like, so what are you going to do with the baby? I'm like, you know, since you and everyone else, I'm going to get rid of the baby. I'm going to get rid of the baby. But then my mom, she goes back and she's like, well, it's your body, Elijah. You should do what you want to do. And I'm like, Mom, you just told me, like, I should, you know. But I was like, okay. Still, abortion is the plan. And then next morning, my grandma called. And my grandma, what's wrong?
Son's tired.
He's tired?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm almost done. Can you just hold him out there with you for a little bit longer? Or did you give him some milk already?
Yeah.
Okay, just hold him out there with you for a little bit longer. And then, they was so firm on abortion. Everybody was. And my grandma called me. Okay, let me speed this up because like it's about to be a 30-minute video, and it's Ron's needs a nap. And so everybody was like, no, my grandma called me. And she was like, Elijah, you getting rid of your baby? And she was like, you're pregnant? I was like, yeah. And she was like, you're getting rid of your baby? And I was like, yeah. She was like, why? I'm like, cause I can't keep it. Like, I can't take care of a baby. And she was like, if you get rid of that baby, Elijah. She was like, you better not get rid of that baby, Elijah. She was like, you better not. She was like, you better not get rid of that baby, Elijah. She was like, because that baby did not ask to be here. And she was like, I was like, she want me to keep. I was like, that was the first person that told me they want me to keep the baby. Was my grandma. My grandma was the first person that told me to keep the baby. And so I was like, okay. She was like, you do know what they do to the babies, right? When they gave them abortion, right? And she was like, how far? I was like, 4 months. And she was like, oh, well, that's a whole human inside of you. Like, she's like, you do know what they're going to do, right? And I was like, yeah, I do know. She's like, well, you better keep that baby, Elijah. And I'm like, I wanted to keep it anyways. I did. I wanted to keep my baby ever since I seen the ultrasound. Mom reminded you, but everyone else told me not to. So I was like, okay, I'm just not. But my grandma told me that, and I was firm on my decision. And I was like, I'm gonna keep the baby. Okay, y'all. Once I said I'm gonna keep the baby, Mom was like, so. When I said that, I was like, mommy, I come on my mommy still. I was like, I gotta go to Kimball's house and let him know what my decision is, because Kimball thinks I'm not keeping the baby. And I went to Kimball's house that same day. I told him I was keeping the baby, and was not good. Kimball got mad that I kept the baby. I told him, I was like, Kimball, I'm gonna keep the baby. And he was like, it's like, I knew you were gonna do that. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, are you mad about it? And he was like, no. And I was like, okay. And Kimball's mom was still gone at the time. And then we started talking about kids, and Kimball said something. He was like, I hate kids or something like that. And I was just like, fine, I'll leave. I told him something like, I'm gonna leave and you won't see your baby. And I was like, I will take care of this baby myself. And I said, I will leave. So once I leave from here, because his brother was giving me a ride home at the time. I was like, once I leave here, I was like, you will not see me and this baby again. That's exactly what I told him, because he said he hates kids or whatever. And then he was like, and I was like, but you don't gotta be that rude about it. Like, I told him, I said, you don't gotta be that rude about it. Like, you're the one that you didn't get me pregnant. And then and then I walked out of the room and came back in the room, and he was like, oh, I'm sorry. He said he was sorry for being so rude. He apologized. And then Kimball's mom, I finally came back home, and I went to Jada's room, and it was me, Kimball, and Kimball's mom in Jada's room. And I was talking, and I told her my decision. She said some things to where she was saying things to make it seem like I got myself pregnant, and she wasn't happy about my decision either. She was making it seem like I was ruining Kimball's life. Everyone just kept saying I was ruining Kimball's life. I'm holding him back from doing this. And I kept telling Kimball the whole time, my whole pregnancy, I was like, Kimball, I will raise this baby myself, because my mom was a single mom anyway. So I was like, I know she could help me and all that stuff. But I was like, I kept telling him the whole pregnancy, like, Kimball, I will raise this baby myself and you will never see this baby. I literally kept telling Kimball that. And Kimball finally got over it though when I got farther along my pregnancy. I think it was like 7 months. And I kept telling him that. I was like, Kimball, you know what? I just kept telling him, like, I will raise it by myself. Because he didn't like the fact I was keeping a baby, because everyone kept saying I'm ruining his life and da-da-da. So I'm like, I kept telling him, like, you can go to college. That's fine. And I kept saying, like, what I got to do for this baby, I'll do. Like, if I got to hold off on college, my plan was to graduate high school, but I was homeless my pregnancy. And my whole entire pregnancy, I was homeless. And where my Chromebook was, I didn't want to go back where my Chromebook was. And so that made me miss a lot of my junior year. And then the day I was supposed to graduate, I ended up being in the hospital. No, the last day of school, I was in the hospital my junior year. So I was really sick because I was so stressed out my whole pregnancy. Stress. Yep. So that's my story time. I think I told you guys everything. Yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed the story time. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you guys want to see any more videos like this, because I'll do some more. If you guys want to know why I was homeless, my pregnancy, let me know in the comment section. And I think that's it. Yeah, I think I covered everything. If you guys want to know why I was homeless and what I'm gonna do now, what am I currently doing with my current situation, let me know. Oh, if you guys want to know how I'm doing after the car accident now and what I mean about how my hands are not okay, let me know in the comment section down below. Like, y'all, come on, get active in the comments. Let me know what videos you want to see.